What's up, everybody? So guys, as of right now, there is no change in Jay's situation. He's still sedated, and he's not getting any better, and he's not getting any worse. And it reminds me a lot of when my father was in the hospital. When they had my father in an induced coma, every time they tried to bring him out, he was freaking out. And Jay's doing the same thing, so there's no Batman strength. I'm drinking for me. See, when people drink beer and they smoke cigarettes, it's a personal choice. And everything, we can talk about anything. We don't have to talk about Jay, because the situation is the situation, and there's nothing we can do but wait and see what happens. It's out of everybody's control. By the way, happy Father's Day to all you fathers and mother fathers. Let's see, Omegatron 66. Deal, did the family get you anything special today? I got my Father's Day presents early yesterday. The wife knows that I'm cleaning up the garage and I'm setting up a couple of things. And she got me something to put in the garage. Let me grab it so I can show you guys. It's made of tin. Let me show you what else the wife and kids got me. Hold on. You guys are going to love this. They also got me this. It lights up. I got to mount it to the wall. And they also got me, which I'll wear in another live soon. They got me a there's this rapper that passed away last year who actually sounded like a rapper. He didn't sound like the fucking garbage that they put out today. And he always wore a mask. And they got me that mask, and the mask is it's just like the mask from Gladiator. The name of the rapper is MF Doom. MS Doom. No, it's MF Doom. Is this your pegging mask deal? It's not gay if the wife wears a strap-on. So, any of you keeping up with sports? You keeping up with the Stanley Cup? You saw who won the NBA title? Baseball's getting, pretty soon baseball will have a break, and they'll have the All-Star break. Gummy from the gas stations, the sons of masters can feel the spirit of father in you. Yeah, it's only gay if there's only two. It's not gay if there's only two testicles. I should show you guys the mask. Hold on a minute. Oh, shit. Whoa. Not even drunk yet. What do you think? Real metal. I will have my vengeance in this life or the next. I will have my vengeance. Go for it, Neo Anime Girl. Go for it. Do you still hit the gym? I just hit the gym today. Neo Anime Girl, Theo, we need to cosplay one day. I'll dress up as the Doctor. Or the Master. Batman strength. Yes, he still shits in the gym. Did you? Fresh Schultz, did you know they are making a Gladiator 2? I have no idea. I don't think they should. That movie stands alone, and there shouldn't be a sequel. Now, Carolyn, be nice. Gummy from the gas station. I ran 4 miles this morning, but binged on snacks and red wine this afternoon, unfortunately. Watch that blood sugar. Batman strength. Why no lives from cardio bike? I mean, I could do that if you guys want. That's a great screen name, Midgard Training. Seems that Mother is a bit disgruntled with Brad. I thought that I have my part in Jay being in the hospital, that I encouraged his drinking and his smoking. Well, here's the problem with that. If any of you ever have an opportunity they will tell you that when someone has a drinking problem, it doesn't matter if the closest people around that person are drinking or not. That person is going to drink. So that's one correction I would like to make. Brad's giving me way too much credit. And then the other thing that he mentioned about, for instance, eventually everyone's going to find out everything. Yes, that's true, but as far as the present time right now and the hospital that Jay is in, how does anyone find out what hospital Jay is in without Lenny telling everybody what state Jay is in? Now, I'm going to speak about this in nuance. I want you to hang in there with me for a moment. For instance, like let's say a few people or just one person were to call Jay's employer, right? Saying, hey, I'm a friend of Jay, trying to find out where he's at, what happened to him, this and that, right? Here's the problem with that. Jay has been under so much attack, and his employer, that whenever anyone calls his employer and asks about him or talks about him, that call goes straight to the individual that runs security for the company. And I doubt very seriously that that individual would let anyone know what hospital Jay is in. So I asked the question, if I don't tell you guys what state Jay is in, if Brad doesn't say anything, if Andrew doesn't say anything, if McLeod, Lenny, go through the list, if no one says what state Jay is in, how does anyone find out what hospital he's in? So, now, guys, let's be honest. Let's be honest a moment, okay? The real reason why Brad did that live was because he was seeing all of the positive comments that people were leaving for Jay, whether it was YouTube or on Instagram. He noticed that, yeah, there were negative comments, but the positive comments outweighed the negative comments. And he saw that, and he took exception to it, and he didn't like it. Brad wants to have the last word on Jay. Especially if, God forbid, Jay were to pass away, Brad wants to have the last word on it. 0628. I have not watched your live vids in a few weeks. What's up with Jay? Is he okay? No, Jay's not okay. Jay's in the hospital, and he's got multiple problems. And so he is sedated right now. He's in an induced coma to try to save his life. And he's not regressing nor progressing. He's not getting better, nor he's not getting any worse. That's the state right now. Big Man E89, so did he have a stroke on his live after all? We don't know that. If he makes it through this, only he can answer that. It's possible. I think he just blacked out. Gummy from the gas station. When Father pulls through, he will be the most popular misfit ever. Ben H. Arnold. How's Leonard? I have no idea. Christopher Overhaul, what's up, man? You ready for the All-Star break? You ready for the All-Star game? How many Cubs are going to make it to the All-Star game? FuckDog66, how are you handling this deal? I know y'all are boys. I'm handling it the best I can because it reminds me a lot of my dad. And what Brad said is true. They try to bring him out of sedation, and every time they bring him out, he freaks out. My dad was doing the same fucking thing. Botches Fung, whoever is making jokes about someone who in a bad state is a asswipe like these sock accounts. Michael T27, why is he freaking out? Well, like for instance with my dad, he was freaking out because it was either the pain or something else. With Jay, it could be pain, and also his gag reflex. He starts freaking out. I find it really, really curious that at the hospital, he goes in with blood clots in his lungs, but yet he tested negative for COVID. It doesn't make any sense. I think that he got COVID, got over COVID, but the blood clots remained. One thing I know that the hospital did not do, which they should, they need to test his blood for antibodies. Because if he has antibodies, that means that he had COVID. But it's just an assumption on my part. Palm Post Boy, hospitals are a scam. Yeah, sometimes it's all guesswork in a white coat. Like the first night my father was in the hospital, we thought that he was going to die right there. His body was shutting down. His kidneys, liver, everything was shutting down. They injected, which to this day I don't know what it is. They injected my dad with a certain steroid, and all of a sudden he started to recover. But the respirator killed my dad. And I really, which I don't know, and his mom doesn't know, what kind of respirator they have him on. If it's the same fucking respirator they've been using with all these COVID patients, I don't like it. Don't like it. The fucking respirator killed my dad. You think they injected my dad with Anadrol? I mean, I have no fucking idea. I have no idea what steroid they gave him. But he started to recover. Prednisone saved my sister's life when she had a rare lung disease. Mother. Rory, yeah. Michael T. 27, so are his lungs fucked? I don't know. If they can somehow get rid of those blood clots, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, fuck Dog 66. Imagine being unconscious for so long and then coming to with tubes and wires all in you. That would freak anybody out. One of the things that Jay told me before he went under, before they put him under, the hospital had given him morphine just so he would be able to breathe. So that tells me he was in some type of pain. Stiggs 34, smoking is for retards. I agree, and I need to quit. Faces of Death clips. Was Jay vaccinated? No, he wasn't. Pomps Polsavoy, that individual that will remain nameless, actually reached out to me in a positive way. He deserves credit for that. Michael T. 27, he was complaining about leg swelling before his... Yeah, that's another issue that he's having at the hospital right now. His unless it's changed, with the problem with his circulation, the blood sugar, his ankles are swelled up, which that affects his kidneys. So we're talking about multiple issues here he's having: the lungs, the circulation, the blood sugar, and it's affecting the organs. So Anti-Pomps Defense Force, you talk to Mr. Murray. I don't think he wants to talk to me. But something tells me if I were to reach out to Mr. Murray, he would Some tells me he and I would actually have a decent conversation. Mother, I start crying when I think about Jay. Anti-Pumps Defense Force, do you think this may make Jay change his ways for the better as far as his own health? Yeah, see, that's another thing. That's another thing about, it seems that Brad doesn't understand about alcoholism and drug addiction. Anyone that is involved with Alcoholics Anonymous and Narcotics Anonymous that has double-digit sobriety under their belt, they will tell you, unfortunately, in order for anyone to get sober, they have to gain a full knowledge of their condition. So I ask you, I ask all of you, do you not think that Jay right now is getting a full knowledge of his condition? Fuckdog66, Brad thinks that drug addicts and alcoholics are just weak people. See, that's another thing. Always remember something. When you know someone that is either an alcoholic or a drug addict, the alcohol, the drugs, those are only symptoms of the real problem. Remember that. Anyone involved with Alcoholics Anonymous or Narcotics Anonymous with double-digit sobriety under their belt, they will tell you that. The alcohol and the drugs are just symptoms of the real problem. Ingrid, nothing in reserve. There's no change. There's no change. He's not getting any better, not getting any worse. When they try to bring him out of sedation, he freaks out, and it reminds me of my dad. That's why this whole thing, I'm still scratching my head. He's got blood clots in his lungs, but he tests negative for COVID. And that's why I brought up earlier, the hospital needs to test his blood for antibodies, because something tells me he had COVID. He recovered from it, but the blood clots remained. That's just me. But I think they need to test his blood to see if he has antibodies, to see if he's had COVID. Rory, it's random. When they try to wake him up, it's random. They probably didn't try it yesterday, and they may have tried it today. Gummy from the gas station. This is day 10, right? So yeah, he went in last week, Wednesday. This is actually day 11. This is actually day 11. But it's been 10 days since they put him under. Zero six 0628. Who knows how many times China will engineer a virus, then unleash it onto us. Did you know? And our media doesn't want to acknowledge it. No one wants to acknowledge it. When Russia first went into Ukraine and they were bombing, they bombed labs that were set up there during the Obama administration. And those are the same type of labs that they have in China that created the coronavirus. So maybe Putin isn't such a villain after all. That's a good question, Driven XMFers. What's the percentage rate of coma survivors? Big time Burrow, Biden's bike fall looks so feeble, like it was deliberate. J. Ludovico 92, they showed it in GTA 5, Chinese secret virus, and the LA docks getting backed up. That's why me and Jay can't deliver loads. New World Order plan. By the way, did you guys see those thousands of cattle that died in Kansas? They just dropped dead. And they're saying from the heat. They think we're that fucking stupid. With Bill Gates buying up all this goddamn farmland. And all of a sudden these cows drop dead. Yeah. They think we're that fucking stupid. And Bill Gates wants us to eat synthetic meat. If you live in an area where you can have a few chickens or something, FuckDog66, honestly, if Jay dies now, at least he won't be around for this shit show about to unfold. Yeah, it's already unfolding. It's already unfolding. Yeah, the food processing plants. Mental gain PhD. Food processing plants spontaneously combusting. Yeah. Again, they think we're that fucking stupid. And yet, it's how much has to happen? How much more has to happen to realize that there is one side trying to create a crisis? Yeah, Megatron, I don't think Bubba deleted his account because he just sent me a message today. He could have, his account has been nuked before because he's Bubba Emu is a pretty decent troll. He will randomly go on certain posts And he'll let somebody have it. I guarantee you a comment of his must have gotten fucking reported. Omegatron 660 deleted it last night after we talked. Fuck. God damn it. Driven XMFers, is Dale or Colora gonna see father? I have no idea. Both Dale and Colora, whatever you guys think of them, those are actually decent guys, and I would not be shocked if they did. Fuckdog66, how's Jay's mom? I have no idea. I haven't spoken to her. I have been speaking to Jay's girlfriend, who speaks to Jay's mom. Well, with Colora, it would, if he were to visit Jay, it would be the Christian thing to do. Driven XMFers, is Linda in high hopes? Linda is just, she's being as, you guys have no idea how awesome she is. She's much stronger than I am, and she's just, everything is just day by day. Gummy from the gas station, what beer are you drinking? Mentally deep, what is the race of Jay's doctor? Remember, he said he wouldn't want a PM doctor. I hope for his sake, and I don't give a fuck how anybody takes this. Okay? As far as, and there's going to be more than one doctor. Okay? Because there'll be one doctor in one shift, and then there'll be another doctor in another shift. They can't stay there the whole fucking time. They got, I mean, they have a life. They got to sleep. But I will say this, and I don't give a fuck how anybody takes it. Honest to God, I really hope that whoever the doctor is for Jay, or doctors, that they're either one or the other, or both. Either Indian or Jew. I don't give a fuck how anybody takes that. I hope his doctor is either Indian or Jew. Sorry. I don't give a fuck how anybody takes that. Possible, he needs two Asian. Even Asian, yeah. I don't give a fuck how anybody feels about that. Human Young, thoughts on Brad's last IG live? I thought it was heartfelt. I thought it was heartfelt. Now we're talking about sucking dick on the comment section. Yeah, mentally deep. Those red dot doctors taught since they were kids that they'll, you know, yeah, they'll either be, you either become a doctor or a lawyer. Yeah. Omegatron 66. Well, if he's true, he might mistake father for being in the SS. Oh, God, can you imagine his doctor being a Jew and then I go and visit him with a German Shepherd? I shouldn't fucking laugh. But I'm laughing about the doctor, not Jay. Gummy from the gas station, he must have lost 100 pounds. I'm going to say this. See, that's another thing. Who knows how much weight Jay is losing right now? Because I remember when my father was in the hospital, before he got COVID, and then he went into the hospital, my dad was 220. Okay? 5'8", 220. When he passed away, of course, I was the one receiving phone calls and making phone calls to the hospital to arrange for his body to be picked up by the funeral home. The person that I was on the phone with said that my father weighed in at 198. So while in that hospital, in the state that my father was in, he lost 22 pounds. And it was, my father was in the hospital for 2 weeks before he passed away. And he lost 22 pounds. By the way, I should take this time to mention something. Now, you guys know how in my last live I kind of I overreacted and I started, kicking people off the live chat that were making cute fucking comments about Jay. And Brad told me that I needed to calm down, and rightfully so. But I really should mention in passing, and take it for what it's worth. I want everyone to know, just remember this. Brad, he has this account blocked. He has the Tio's Podcast account blocked. Why would he have these accounts blocked? But I'm overreacting. But I overreacted. Carolyn, the only thing I can do, which is even difficult, trust me when I tell you that it's difficult, the only thing I can do is take on my father's nature. And there was no one. There was no one like my father. There was no one like my dad. Nobody. I'm still being contacted by people that he helped. All these people that were recovering drug addicts and alcoholics. All these people that he helped. There's still people contacting me that I have no idea who they are. And the only thing I can do to cope as far as my dad is to take on his nature. And even that is it's a task among itself. And There's no way I could ever measure up to my dad. All I can do is try. Mentally deep, shave your beard for Jay. Yeah, Carolyn, it is awesome. It is awesome. Botch is fun. Brad was Rent a Misfit. I don't get that one. Yeah, Omegatron 66. People talk about karma. Karma also gets people who celebrate because someone got karma. Yeah. And trust me, I'm not a follower or anything, but I keep an eye on this guy because every once in a while, when he makes a speech and he starts talking about certain things, this dude, he knows about as far as like what's really going on out there and who's pulling the strings and everything on this planet. And that's Louis Farrakhan of the Nation of Islam. Okay? Louis Farrakhan, he's been quoted in saying, you never, ever laugh at a man that's down. You never, ever laugh at a man who's down. Because you never know when you will end up in that situation. And again, this is a guy that I don't agree with everything that he says, but every once in a while when he starts talking about what's really going on this planet and the people that are pulling the strings, he knows what the fuck he's talking about. He knows about Soros. He knows about the Rothschilds, okay, etc. He knows about all that shit. Bilderberg, everything. And sometimes he talks about it. Piss Army of One, Farrakhan listens to InfoWars. He probably does. He probably does. Mentally deep. Good things happen to good people in tenfold. 0628. If this is the end for Jay, at least at the end he had a few good friends, you and Andrew. And that's another thing. The last time I spoke to Andrew, Andrew is Andrew's a real decent guy. Andrew's a real decent guy. He really is. And he really hopes. His quote to me was, Jay deserves a real shot at life sober. He deserves a shot at life sober. Hopplehead, Alex has interviewed him. Yes, I know he's interviewed Louis Farrakhan. One of the discussions that they had was, and Farrakhan, it was really difficult for him to disagree with, because one of the things that Alex Jones had brought up in that interview, he goes, listen, both sides, left and right, both sides have their problems. But you cannot deny that one side, which is the left, has done more damage to the black community here in America than the Republicans have. He had a hard time disagreeing with that. Because see, here's the thing, guys, and it's statistically true. There was a point in time in America, and Louis Farrakhan has to know this. There was a point in time in America that there was this trajectory that sooner or later black families, a husband and wife and children, black families were in this trajectory to outnumber white families. And then what happened? The welfare state. Drug addiction, heroin introduced in these impoverished communities. Okay? Yeah, there's no update, guys. Yeah, Omegatron 66. There's no updates. Jay is still in the same state that he was in, and he's not getting any better or any worse. And this stagnant state that he's in, being honest, man, it's got me freaked out. And all we're doing is just fucking waiting. We have no idea what the hell is going to happen. His mom, Linda, no one knows what the hell is going to happen. Thank you for the suggestion, Mentally Deep. Rory, how do you even fix a blood clot in the lungs? Blood thinners. Blood thinners. But the problem with the blood thinners, it can lower the blood pressure, and then the heart doesn't know any better, and then the heart starts working even more. That's the problem. That's the problem with blood thinners. No, one last time, Jay was not vaccinated. No. Mentally Deep should let Alexis Texas slam her butt on Jay's chest to pop the clots. I'm assuming that is a porn star or an Instagram model. Rory, they've been giving him blood thinners. When they first gave him the blood thinners, his blood pressure got way too low. Mentally deep, known for her huge ass, she never did interracial her whole career. Omegatron 66, he's probably on Pepper and Drip. Next, they will try to figure out if Jay needs dialysis. They already been through that. There was a point in time where they thought about doing it, but they wanted to figure out a less extreme thing to do. But then all of a sudden, it seemed that his kidneys recovered and they started producing urine. Ox 14J, read the pinned comment. Chuck E. Cheese Ranch, what's up? So am I, man. I'm hoping for the best as well. Pomp's Postal Boy, can you imagine me flying out to where Jay is at, the hospital he's at, and me breaking him out and doing a live like it's fucking Weekend at Bernie's? That'd be kind of distasteful. It would be minty as fuck, but it'd be really distasteful. Thank you, Hooplehead. Shadboss 416, what is the best Cuban rum? See, I remember Bacardi, I believe it originated in Cuba. As far as like real Cuban rum, which they do have in Cuba, which my stepdad, over 20 years ago at one time smuggled some into the country, which I never tried. I honestly have no idea. I don't want to mislead anybody. I have no idea. Mentally deep, is semen retention a myth? No, it is not. Mentally deep, have you ever heard of the YouTube account called Snake Diet? The only reason why a man should practice semen retention is to gain the control back, the power back from women. That's where Jay was somewhat biblical. No spilling of the seed. Megatron 66, the magic seed. 0628, I always thought Jay would retire in an RV out in the middle of nowhere like he talked about. I did not see this coming. It can still happen. It can still happen. Mentally Deep, did you celebrate Juneteenth? No. Let me, you know, anyone that thinks that it's racist or it's wrong not to celebrate Juneteenth if they're not, whatever. I say this, I ask this question. How does Juneteenth bring cultures together when it excludes cultures? How can something bring cultures together when it excludes cultures? It's only for one culture. Yeah, slavery in America. They want white people to feel bad about something that they had nothing to fucking do with. And there's actually some white people in this country that their ancestors had nothing to fucking do with any of the fucking slavery in this goddamn country. But yet, for some reason, they're expected to feel guilty. Yeah, Mentally Deep. Yeah, it's fucking hilarious. No one knows. No one on the fucking chat knows what the fuck it is. It's fantastic. You know why no one knows what the fuck it is? Because it excludes cultures. Omegatron 66, what if Father had awakened for 2 hours? What do you think would be his first request, providing he felt like $1 million? I think of my mom's dad, my grandfather, a steak. He would obviously wake up hungry. One of the best quotes my grandfather had, and even my dad would talk about this. He thought it was great. It's not even his dad. It's my mom's dad. My grandfather would always say, he'd be like, I don't know whether to walk around the block or eat a steak. No sé si comerme un bistec o caminar la cuadra. Megatron, you should remember that the next time you have company over. Someone comes over and yeah, I don't know whether to eat a steak or walk around the block. Thank you, Megatron. I shouldn't laugh, but that's somewhat funny. Psy Chef. Science Chef. I wonder if Jay will wake up when he reaches his weight goal. That would be the ultimate revenge for Jay. Him waking up in the 280s and he just looks like a comic book character. Kevin Slater, 84. Any Santeria in your family? No. But I will say this. As far as like both sides of the family, my father's side of the family, my mother's side of the family, they are well aware and well versed on Santeria, in that they don't practice it, but they have respect for it. They don't fuck with it. Yeah, Lefty Nero, father is sleeping and cutting. Omegatron 66, peeled and shredded in Crocs. Peeled and shredded in Crocs. Kevin Slater, 84. I only know about it from Joey Diaz. Oh, God. A Joey Diaz reference. God bless him. The one thing about Santeros that is just blatantly obvious, and you can spot one a mile away. A real Santero, they dress in all white. And the reason why they dress in all white is to deflect any negativity. Lefty Nero Walmart shirt. I didn't get this from Walmart. They sell hold on. Whoa. Lefty Nero. Do they sell Danzig shirts at Walmart? Because if they do, I'm buying them. I don't give a fuck if it's a Walmart shirt or not. Whoa. Come on, Lefty Nero. Come on, give me something. Do they sell Danzig shirts at fucking Walmart? Ingrid, nothing in reserve. I hope it doesn't come to this, obviously. But if heaven forbid we lose Jay, please continue with this page and these lives. I will. Lefty Nero is a reference to father. I got no fucking shame in that. Lefty Nero, I'm telling you right now, I got no fucking shame in that. If Walmart is selling fucking Danzig and Misfit shirts, I'm buying them. I don't give a fuck. Botch's Fung, I'd like it when Father would say, "Get mad at that." Oh, Jesus Christ. You know, I really hope this doesn't get me fired. But the goddamn water plant that I work at, I'm surrounded by a bunch of fucking pansies. I really am. I'm surrounded by a bunch of fucking beta males, and I'm fucking sick of it. The only real motherfuckers there that do any fucking work are the two women that work there. Whoever heard of such a goddamn thing? They fucking bitch about everything. It's your fucking job. Fuck. Mentally Deep, do you have any ABBA or Roxette shirts? No, I do not. Yeah, Lifting, you're a watcher. Your job might see this. Yeah, I think as long as I don't mention anybody by name, but I'm including all of them. Fuck. Neo Anime Girl, remember in your department, I don't he's not even there anymore. Remember in your department when you first got that one kid that started working there and he was closing? The fucking kid started bitching that he had to fucking mop the goddamn floor. You work in a... Why the fuck did you start working at fucking Publix to bitch about mopping? You work at Publix. You're gonna mop. Oh my God. Fuck. Yeah, exactly, Neo Anime Girl, exactly. Listen, the job that I had before, when I got to Publix, I remember the store manager at the time. And everything had gone through, my drug test, everything, right? I'm ready to start working. He comes up to me. This is how bad my job was before that one. The store manager comes up to me and he says, so, you know, what are you looking to do? I looked right at him and said, man, I don't give a fuck if I'm mopping floors and cleaning fucking toilets. I need to get the fuck out of this fucking job that I have. And it wasn't even the company that I worked for. The company that I worked for, they were exemplary people. They were great people. The people that worked for them, everything. It was the goddamn clients. It was fucking law firms and fucking lawyers. And only 1 out of 10 of them were fucking decent. The rest of them were fucking scumbags. I was ready to get the fuck out. Get me the fuck out of here, dude. I'm ready to mop floors and clean fucking toilets. That was the state that I was in 4 years ago. Yeah, you guys heard about Vincent Mann? I mean, he had to give up his position just because he cheated on his wife with a fucking side piece? The fuck, man? It's not like the guy got a fucking DUI. Something don't make any goddamn sense. Something about that makes no fucking sense. Gummy from the gas station. It's the share piece deal. Alright, nephews, I'm pulling out the last beer I'm going to have on this live, and I'm going to go on with my life. Gummy from the gas station, they don't want it to drop. They don't want it to drop, so he has to stand down for a while. It's a public company. Whoever heard of a guy losing their job because he cheated on his wife with a fucking side piece? usually it's something like, you got arrested for assault or a fucking DUI or, Thank you, Gummy from the gas station. I got to actually have some pork in the oven that is slow roasting, and I insisted that I make it myself. Not that I don't trust my wife, but she's not Cuban. She's a gringa. She's a shitza. Okay, she's, half German, half fucking Welsh. With a little bit of Native American sprinkled in. Driven XMFers, I want Mother to be my side piece. Well, then you need to message her as soon as this live is done. Aw, shit. Listen. Mother, Driven XMFers, with all due respect, you guys need to message each other. Make arrangements. Driven XMFers, something tells me that Mother is willing to meet you halfway. Probably set up a nice, motel, hotel room. Get some Chinese takeout. I don't know if Mother likes Chinese. Have some, have access to making some cocktails. Maybe you want to take a blender with you. Gummy from the gas station, don't call it a comeback. You've been here for years. Mother, hold on a minute. You're getting married? You're getting married? Why am I finding out about this now? I demand a response. I'm entitled. Mother, please don't tell me it's one of these arrangements where someone is coming from another country and you're going to get paid thousands of dollars just to marry this individual so they can become a legal citizen. Please don't tell me it has anything to do with that. Please don't tell me it has anything to do with that. My stepdad had one of those scams going once. I remember back in, let me see, it was, I remember back in 06, my stepdad had this scam going where there was this chick from Colombia. Carolyn, no, Theo, he's a multi-millionaire and a U.S. citizen. Well, okay, well. I take back everything. How much is he worth? I'd probably bang him. Mother, how much is this guy worth? I'll bang him. You know, if this guy's a multi-millionaire, I can see Mother on a yacht in the middle of the ocean, getting a tan. Someone like a butler bringing her a drink. I understand, Mother, just as like it's impolite to ask a woman her age. The only reason in the past, before I was married to my first wife and my second wife, the only reason in the past I ever asked a woman her age was because of my own ego. I have to admit that. Just like when I was 21, I had a side piece that I was banging. She was 46 years old, and she was a piece. I mean, and this woman, she took me out. I went to places I had never been. Now, Carolyn, it depends on the man. You can't take it the wrong way when a man asks you your age, especially if he's younger than you. Because it may have to do with his ego. You know what I mean? If he's in his 20s or his 30s, and he asks you what your age is, and, you know, you got 10, 20, 30 years on him, you know, that boosts his ego. He realizes, you know what, I really need to knock the bottom out of this chick. I need to really, you know, plow her into the fucking bed frame. I'm just saying. I mean, I'm just being honest. Driven XMFers, you can't take the cowgirl out of the mother. By the way, reverse cowgirl is awesome. You get to grab the ass. Driven XMFer's mother plays to fuck the game. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Mother, whose bike? Botch's Fun, can I be the ring boy? Okay. This beer, I'm about to take the last swig of this beer right here. So Mother is talking about marriage. I want to leave you, nephews, with this. If Jay Masters were in charge of a bachelor party, how would that bachelor party go? Don't give me any answers right now in the comment section. I want you to stew on this. And we'll talk later about it in another live. But if Jay Masters were to throw a bachelor party, how would that bachelor party go? Would there be hookers, drugs, alcohol, fire trucks? Ha! So anyway, that's it. Guys, thank you. You're always good to me. I love you guys, and all we can do is, it's just one of those things. All we can do is think of the worst and hope for the best. And as I said before, all I want is it's either one thing or the other. Either I want my friend back, or I don't want him to suffer. I felt the same way about my dad. I wanted my dad back, but I didn't want him to suffer. So anyway, you have your assignment until the next time I'm live. I want you to think about if Father Jay Masters threw a bachelor party, how would it go down? Would there be hookers, drugs, alcohol, fire trucks?